The Permanent Secretary, Minister of ICT, Dr. Aminah Zawedde, led officials from the ministry to appear before the Public Accounts Committee to answer queries in the Auditor General's report for year ending 30th June 2025. The Auditor General shows that on utilization of Government of Uganda warrants, the entity received 70.2 billion shillings and spent 69.14 billion, representing an absorption level of 98.49%. Committee members tasked officials to explain why outputs worth 0.8 billion shillings were not implemented.
We still see money spent but is not accounted for. So could it be for the outputs and activities that were not implemented at all and
that they were not completed? Then that means there was either diversion or misuse.
The Permanent Secretary, Minister of Public Service, Dr. Aminah Zawedde, said whatever was partially implemented was as a result of insufficient funds.
In the subsequent years, we have planned, but then the releases that come are less than what has been budgeted for. So what we are warranting is what has been released to the ministry.
The Deputy Chairperson of the committee, Gorithi Namuga, tasked officials to explain the internet shutdown during the 2026 general elections. Dr. Aminah explained that it was a partial switch off.
Is that true? You said during elections the internet wasn't switched off because in government entities you had internet. And the reason as to why I didn't know what is the right term to use. What did you do to internet? It was partial. Describe the partial switch off. Who accesses and who doesn't?
Because services, government offices had internet, the financial banking sector and systems had connectivity, and even those institutions that are doing business process outsourcing were connected. For those who are trying to access social media,
for those who are trying to access social media.
No one could access social media. Even if I was in government, I could not access social media.
Some MPs said even mobile money services had been switched off.
We need to be clear on this.
Service delivery was not distorted, but we did not have even mobile money. We were not able to access money from any bank because even the bank system was disconnected.
The issue of mobile money, to the best of my knowledge, unless if it was a service provider problem, to the best of my knowledge, mobile money was working.
What was happening, especially where I was and for the transactions that I was involved in, you could receive money and send money, but not access cash.
Dr. Aminah further explained to members of the committee that switching off internet was an issue of national security.
And when did you inform the country that internet is going to be off? Were we told in time, or it was just an abrupt arrangement?
Switching off the internet was a result of issues to do with national security. When there are issues to do with national security, I think some of these announcements cannot be made in advance.
Who gave you the instructions to switch off?
Agency Security Committee that looks at matters of national security, and that is the committee that took the decision that it was necessary for us to have the shutdown of the internet.
A board member of UCC representing the Minister of ICT, Geoffrey Agoi, told members of the committee that the questions they were asking be directed to the Executive Director, UCC.
Discuss this issue of switching off internet at the board level, and we were actually informed that the ED UCC did receive a formal directive from the National Security Council, and we did actually see the letter itself in that respect.
MPs advised that institutions responsible must first alert the country. They told officials to provide details and documents of the directive of the internet shutdown to the committee. I'm Nafka Farida and Gloria Gwitabinji at Parliament.